out there, it's me, Katie Liz again. This is an exciting video. I'm learning more about the Adobe Premiere Pro program, which has been fun. I've had kind of a break from it because of Thanksgiving and some other things, and did the beginning of this video quite a while ago, and now I'm going to have to probably relearn some of the editing because I don't remember things so great. But I'm excited about this video also because the first time I have had a request to do specific content, and maybe it'll be the last time I have a request, who knows. The request came from Tom, who wanted to know about our process for creating our family mission statement. I think that's a really great request, and because it's something we're continuing to learn about as a family, it would be a good thing to update once in a while as well. So I might do several of these mission statement videos. We'll see. I had wanted to create a family mission statement for a long time, and it was this book that really encouraged me to get started with it. I've spoken about this book in previous videos, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I've probably talked about it a few times, but he gets in depth about family mission statements on here and how important it is to incorporate your whole family into the making of it. One of the questions that Tom wanted me to mention was how we got the whole family involved, and that is the thing that I learned in this book that is really important. He tells the story, and I'm going to read it here for you, that really encouraged me to make sure that whatever mission statement we created, I wasn't just sitting down and writing the thing myself. I was scheduled to train 175 shopping center managers at a particular hotel. I was amazed at the level of service there. It wasn't a cosmetic thing. It was evident at all levels, spontaneously, without supervision. I arrived quite late, checked in, and asked if room service were available. The man at the desk said, "No, Mr. Covey, but if you're interested, I could go back and get a sandwich or a salad or whatever you like from the kitchen." His attitude was one of total concern about my comfort and welfare. "Would you like to see our convention room?" he continued. "Do you have everything you need? What can I do for you? I'm here to serve you." There was no supervisor there checking up. This man was sincere. The next day I was in the middle of a presentation when I discovered that I didn't have all the color markers I needed. So I went out into the hall during a brief break and found a bellboy running to another convention. "I've got a problem," I said. "I'm here training a group of managers and I only have a short break and I need some more colored pens." He whipped around and almost came to attention. He glanced at my name tag and said, "Mr. Covey, I will solve your problem." He didn't say, "I don't know where to go," or, "Well, go check at the front desk." He just took care of it. And it made me feel like it was his privilege to do so. Later, I wanted to find out how this organization had created a culture where people bought so deeply into the value of customer service. I interviewed housekeepers, waitresses, bellboys in the hotel, and found this attitude had impregnated the minds, hearts, and attitudes of every employee there. I went through the back door into the kitchen where I saw the central value, uncompromising personal service. I finally went up to the manager and said, "My business is helping organizations develop a powerful team character, a team culture. I'm amazed at what you have here." "Do you want to know the real key?" he inquired. He pulled out the mission statement for the hotel chain. After reading it, I acknowledged that's an impressive statement, but I know many companies that have mission statements. "Do you want to see the one for this hotel?" he asked. "Do you mean you developed one just for this hotel?" "Yes." "A different one from the hotel chain?" "Yes. It's in harmony with that statement, but this one pertains to our situation, our environment, our time." He handed me another piece of paper. "Who developed this mission statement?" I asked. "Everybody," he replied. "Everybody? Really everybody?" "Yes." "Housekeepers?" "Yes." "Waitresses?" "Yes." "Desk clerks?" "Yes." "Do you want to see the mission statement written by the people who greeted you last night?" He pulled out a mission statement that they themselves had written that was interwoven with all the other mission statements. Everyone at every level was involved. The mission statement for that hotel was the hub of a great wheel. It spawned the thoughtful, more specialized mission statements of particular groups of employees. It was used as a criterion for every decision that was made. It clarified what those people stood for, how they related to the customer, how they related to each other. It affected the style of the managers and the leaders. It affected the compensation system. It affected the kind of people they recruited and how they trained and developed them. Every aspect of that organization essentially was a function of that hub, the mission statement. So anyway, after I read that, I thought, I need to have my whole family involved in this. And so what we did was I found online a list of principles, and it was actually values and strengths, and it was from bohoberry.com, and I can put a link to that. But you could probably find multiple lists of values and strengths online. And what I did was I copied one for every one of us, and we all went through. We circled the values that were the most important to us on our own. And then we came together and we looked through them and we figured out which values were important to all of us, which ones we had in common. So then we ended up with our priority principles, and there were 12 of them. And so this was the original sheet that had the top values and strengths that we all ended up circling. And what we came up with was, I think there's 12 words here: calmness, encouragement, empathy, faith, generosity, honesty, joy, kindness, love, perseverance, synergy, thankfulness, trust, and understanding. When I pondered these and what the meaning behind them was, I realized that I could categorize them. Two of the words were faith and love, and I found that I could categorize all of those words under those two headings. Joy, perseverance, thankfulness, trust, calmness, those are all involved in the value of faith. And encouragement, empathy, generosity, honesty, kindness, synergy, understanding, those all fell underneath the heading of love. And then what I did was I took those words, those principles that we had decided were important to us, and I wrote our mission statement. And this is what our mission statement turned out to be. Our mission statement is to love by seeking to understand each individual's strengths, weaknesses, and goals. By doing this, we will be able to encourage one another with empathy, honesty, generosity, and kindness, fit to meet the needs of each member of our family, working together to build what we could not do on our own. Most importantly, we will strive to grow our faith with an unwavering thankfulness and trust in the Lord, that we may reflect to others a calmness and joy in all situations, persevering through all things and glorifying Him. And so what I meant to do after that was to do a Bible study with our family on each one of those words, and to just kind of go in depth about each one and really learn and apply them to our lives. We had started with, we've only done one so far, so we've been kind of slacking because this was done last summer. I don't think I put a date on it, but I put together a Bible study on love. I found some Bible verses that had to do with love, and we looked them up and we discussed them. Another place that I had gotten some mission statement helpful handouts was momitforward.com, and there's quite a bit on there too that you could use to help you. But what I'm planning to continue to use is this family mission statement, and it has questions. We are at our best when, we are at our worst when, what does your family love doing together? As a family, how can we help one another? As a family, what can we give to others, and how can we help people outside our families? What do we need to change as a family? What are the principles we want our family to be based on? And what does each of us want in the future? And so at the end of the Bible study that I had created, I took those words and I just created like 4 questions to help us see how we're doing on the love word in our family. Name something our family does that makes you feel loved. Name something our family does that makes you feel unloved. How can you show love to your family more effectively? And how can we better extend love to people outside of our household? And so those are just questions, kind of check and see, where are we as far as the love of our missions, as far as the love subject in our mission statement. The one that I'm working on right now is encouragement. No, the one that I'm working on right now is understanding, which is good. It ties in with love, because the one that we had determined was probably the thing that makes us feel the least loved in our household is when people don't listen to us. And so understanding kind of ties into that. And so they kind of build on each other, and I think it's going to be really good. Anyway, I hope that's helpful to you. We also have it hanging in our dining room now. I took a photo of a trip that we all took together, so when we look at it, we can have a memory of a time we were all together. One of the things that we've decided to implement as a family is actually sitting down at the table together as a family and having our dinner time, which we haven't done in a really long time. And we've determined that that's really important to us. And so those are kind of the simple changes that we've made so far. I hope this video was helpful for you, especially for you, Tom. I encourage you to work on your family mission statement as well. And I think also in the future, we may consider doing mission statements, our own personal mission statements. I think that is it. I will see you in the next video. Have a happy holiday in case I don't see you between